Quebec, you have to check the university's website for international student fee. What are the requirements to study in Malta or Austria? Your study gap must be short and your result must be good. Processing visa request after you get the admission, yes, we will support you. We support you from application stage till you resume, so you're covered. Can I get a fully funded scholarship as a second class lower graduate of political science education in the United States? Maybe you can get an entry scholarship if that's available in the institution you are going in. Merit scholarship you can get after your first year. If you maintain a high GPA after in your first year of study, you can get merit scholarship. How can I relocate to Canada? I'm talking to you about relocating through education. So that's how to relocate. Is it not possible to get an individual a skilled job? For now, we are working through education only. And I've mentioned it earlier that we are also working on getting opportunities for relocating through skilled job. We'll let you know as soon as that becomes available. Countries with full scholarship opportunities in engineering, any country, depending on your program, the qualifications you have, and the scholarships that you are able to get. Can I school and work at the same time? Yes. What are your charges? Your RO service charge, it is $500. But I can assure you that we are more concerned about your success than about the money. Sometimes we don't even ask you to pay anything until your offer is true, if you show commitment. So that's, I think those are the questions that I have on the list here. So I'll say, if anyone has any question, now will be the time that I can take a few questions. So I think some people might have sent in some things in the chat box. I'm just going to check. Okay, there's a question here. What is the charges? Okay, I think I've already answered that. And then somebody said, I'm seeking scholarship for PhD. I need admission letter. Can I get admission letter before application fee? How are you going to apply if you don't want to pay application fee? How are you going to get admission? We don't do admission letters. The university is the one that will give you admission letter, and you need to pay their application fee before you can get it. I think I mentioned something about that earlier. This is the least commitment that you can make to support yourself. So you need to pay application fee. Choice of university is University Technology Malaysia. Yes, we cover University Technology Malaysia. Actually, if you're attending University Technology Malaysia, we don't charge you anything for our service. Our service is totally free, but you are going to pay university application fee, which is 450 ringgit. We don't take a dime out of it. It be everything you pay directly to the university, and we're going to support you throughout at zero cost. You don't have to pay us anything. So if you're actually studying in any university in Malaysia that is on the list of our partners, we don't charge you anything. But if you want to go to the US, UK, Canada, Australia, all of those, yes, you have to pay our service charge. Are universities in Canada or US still open for application for September? Yes, they are still open. We are actually working through a lot of applications right now. So if you are interested, you can reach out. And then I'm going to put the WhatsApp link for Arrow's office in the chat box. So you can just click on the link and go there. Okay, so then with that, you can start. If you have intention of going to school or any university anywhere by September, even if you want to go by next year, this is the time to apply. The reason is because when you apply now, it takes a few weeks or months to process your offer. When the offer comes, then you need to start processing your visa. So that's very important. And especially if you are going to any of the countries in the Western world, it takes some time for visa to pull through. So you need to factor that in. Do we have university offering aeronautic engineering in Canada? Yes, we have. So if you are interested in that, we have. It's not cheap. It is not cheap at all. They are very expensive. Aeronautic engineering is one of the very expensive courses because, what you get at the end of the day after your study actually determines the input that goes in for the study. It's like you want to study medicine. By the time you graduate, you are on top of the year. You are among those who are earning the most around the world. So you have to pay that price for study. It's the same thing with aeronautic engineering. The cost of training as a pilot is high. So do we have any other question? I think those the few questions that I have here. I don't know if anyone is raising hand. I'm going to just check the list now. Okay, I'm not seeing any hand raised, so I'm going to assume that there are no questions. Thank you very much, Engineer Abiola. So once again, if there are no questions, I would like to request us to please put on our videos. In Malaysia, is it possible to stay back and work after school as in UK? Yes and no. No, because Malaysia does not have a standard post-graduation work visa like you have in the US or Canada or UK. But if you graduate and you get a job, you can stay back, because your organization is going to arrange for your work visa. We have a lot of Nigerians and other Africans who are here, who stayed back in Malaysia after their studies because they were offered jobs, some of them in the universities where they graduated, some of them in other universities. So it's you can always take advantage of that. Can I get admitted for master's degree? I'm 58. Yes, you can. It depends on where you want to go and how much you can convince the consular about your intention to study. For example, why do you want to go do a master's degree at 58? That would be one question you will need to answer. And you can always, everyone has passion, different passions. People do have different opportunities. Not everyone has the privilege of going to study for their bachelor's at 18 or at 16. Some people were already 30 before they had the privilege of going to study for bachelor. So these are things that you put when you write what is called the statement of purpose. There are essays that you have to write. So if you write an essay or you write statement of purpose, these are the kind of things you explain there. I've not had the privilege of doing this. I've always wanted to do it. And so far, now is the time that I have the opportunity. Now is the time that I can afford it. Now is when maybe my organization is willing to sponsor me to do this. Yes, these are all convincing reasons why you may want to do a master's degree at 58. So yes, it's possible. I think I have a few other questions there. Okay, I think is tourism a good study to do abroad? I want to assume that that's what the person meant, because the question is not very clear. Yes, tourism is good, but where do you want to practice after you have graduated is another issue that you need to consider. When I was speaking, I think at the beginning of my presentation, I mentioned something about regulated professions. When you are in a regulated field, you need to be very careful. I'll give you an example of something that happened to someone. He's African, he studied law in Germany and graduated, good result, and he started his law practice. But no German was willing to do business with him. No German will give him their case to handle, unfortunately. So he decided to focus on Africans like himself. And he started to market Africans and see how he can serve Africans. But unfortunately, when he decided to serve Africans, he was meeting with racism in the course of his war in the system. And so he was losing cases. Therefore, Africans too started to go away from him to look for locals who can do their cases. So at the end of the day, he has no opportunity. He was in a very bad situation. That's why I said at the beginning that racism is very real. So when you are choosing, have that at the back of your mind. What will happen when you finish this course? Will this course require trust? If it's something that is based on trust, then you have to be careful, because people find it easier to trust their own people than foreigners. And there's nothing you can do about that. People are not going to change. Racism is going to be here until the world comes to an end. So you have to be careful. If your chosen profession requires dealing directly with locals, requires going into the system, a lot of policy issues, you may be in a very difficult situation. So as good as it might be, you may need to reconsider or just try to look into what opportunities are available within the field of tourism and see what you can leverage on as a foreigner, especially if you are intending to practice in another country. So these are all very important factors that you should put in. It's important. I think, yes, I hope I've answered your question. I think,
yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for attending the session. So next session should be, I think it should be around 15th. I'm not sure which one is the weekend there, but it's going to be middle of the month, 2 weeks time. I hope we can make the arrangement. So you're going to be having a speaker from Australia, a speaker from the US, and a few speakers from Malaysia who will be sharing. And there may be 1 or 2 parents too are going to be sharing on the call. So you can hear from the horse's mouth. So it's not just arrows telling you we are okay, but others are going to be telling you the same thing. And I think let me just share this advert finally before we close. It's and
Have you been dreaming of studying abroad for your bachelor's, master's, or PhD? Are you bothered about how to select a trustworthy university from so many? Or worried about the risk of falling prey to admission scams? Are you a parent dreaming of providing your child with the best quality international education? Or a professional seeking for personal development courses abroad? Whatever your situation, Aros Education is here to support you to achieve your goals. Your struggle to reach out to universities has come to an end. We are bringing the universities right to your doorstep. Introducing Aros Special Edu Fair 2023 coming to Nigeria this June. Over 50 universities will be present live at the Sheraton Abuja on 15 June 2023 and in Lagos on 17 June 2023. You will have the chance to meet one-on-one with these admission teams and feel secure knowing that you are dealing directly with reputable institutions. At the Edu Fair, you also have access to over 1,000 other universities from 25 countries, including the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, the Netherlands, and more, represented by Aros Education. And the best part, you can get your admission later on the spot, right at the fair. And don't worry about visa, we offer full visa support and guidance to all our clients. And don't just take our word for it, listen to what those we have supported in the past have to say.
One of our studios who recommended us because he has worked, of course, not maybe, but possibly he has worked with Arrow Productions in the past. And when we are seeking for admission, he contacted through the agent Mr. Steve. So through that agency, we were able to get acclimatized with the agency and then the recommendation, and then we got to work this out.
Because since I have decided what, if I ever anybody at all, any part of the world that I come in contact with, who wants kind of a sure way to study, any part of the world, I can let you. Because I'm a living testimony of what's my come for me.
They have a list of experience with handling admissions and
separates us from the rest of the crowd is that we don't just offer admission support, we support our students till they graduate from their studies. You can be rest assured we are with you all the way. So mark your calendars for the 15th of June 2023 in Abuja and the 17th of June 2023 in Lagos. The fares are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Sheraton Hotels in Lagos and Abuja. To attend, simply log on to www.iristransactions.com/Nigeria-Edufair-2023. Register now. Registration and attendance is free. For more inquiries, chat with us on WhatsApp at +60 11 21 74 8309 or send an email to otnigeria@gmail.com. Register now and join us at the Abuja and Lagos Edu Fair. Arus Education, supporting your international education dreams.
So thank you very much, everyone. And I'll see you next webinar. Thank you for joining us today. And for those that we are working together already, we'll continue to work together. For those who are interested in starting the journey, please be in touch through the WhatsApp link, or you can send an email, or you can complete the form online. The first set of links that I sent, the website is there, the admission services link. Just complete the form, upload your documents, and we'll start the journey. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.